Did I have COVID? Did I have some sort of COVID? Because um, 2 weeks ago, I got a cold, and yeah, I got some sort of cold. And I just wanted to know because this cold was kind of different. Like, it's a strange type of cold. And I'm just wondering, like, I was just watching a lady on YouTube saying that she thinks it's COVID because it was a strange type of cold. I'm just thinking, did I have COVID? What was that? I mean, for the fact that my cold was like 2 weeks long, um, which, took a while, sort of. I find it strange that, they didn't announce this cold. They kept quiet about it. Normally, like, yeah. And then apparently, like, there's people, sorry, it's olive oil, oily. There's people, like, filling up A&E, suffering from cold. Apparently. Like, they're stacking up the wall, like, the corridors and stuff. And, yeah, I just find it strange. Ugh, I find it strange. But, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. This cold, I must say, it likes. I felt like I had to eat meat to get better, meat and egg, and I feel like having meat has sort of cured me. So that's one thing I would recommend those that are going through this ridiculous type of cold is to eat more meat. I'd recommend more meats. Um, but yeah, I didn't even realize I had COVID, some sort of COVID, but it took me 2 weeks to recover. And because I'm just so busy, I just get on with things like, what do I do? Oh, I put a bit of eucalyptus leaves, and some hot water, and I did some inhaling. Um, and I put it also in my house. But and now I've also had a couple of like herbal tea. Like right now, this is moringa tea. That's what I'm drinking. But this cold requires you to eat like hearty meals. I felt like meat really helped. Um, so I had to like pause my vegan diet um, to get fully well by eating proper meat. That's what I felt I had to do. And this olive oil is running out. I need the drops. So, but obviously, a lot of old people have really suffered with this cold. I think you need to like boost your immune system. I had oranges. I did eat quite a lot of oranges. Um, yeah, I did eat a lot of oranges. Um, Also, like if one of your kids has it, like you have to convince them to have their 5 a day and stuff, and drink some juice, stuff like that. They don't eat fruit, then you can put it like in a juice. But this cold is terrible, guys. It's not a simple cold. People that have had it apparently have fainted and stuff. I'm not inventing it. It's a nasty cold, and the cough is so disgusting. It's like horrible cough. It's a really horrible cough. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this cold, to be honest. yeah. But they're keeping very quiet about it. Why is the government keeping quiet about this cold? If it's COVID-19, they're not mentioning it. Not mentioning it's COVID-19. But some woman on YouTube was saying that people should be wearing masks, to be honest. Like, I did see a couple of people wearing masks. I was like, why are you wearing masks for? But, obviously this cold is around. So, I felt like the best way to fight this cold was by eating 3 meals a day, meat, so you need energy, green vegetables, obviously, but you need meat. I think it needs rest as well. I would recommend rest. Take your vitamins, like vitamin D and stuff. I'm taking my vitamin D. That kind of stuff. Because right now it's like really cold, guys. I'm not even joking. It's really cold, like windy, wet, and stuff. Icy, blowy, leaves everywhere. Who the hell wants to come out in this weather? Do you really have to go out? Personally, I would just stay in. I would literally stay in. It was a really tough flu, and also it takes a lot. You need to have a lot of rest. Like you can't just be like gallivanting around, because it reminds me of COVID-19. COVID-19 was like that. Like COVID-19 made you tired and weak, and it's got that kind of vibe. I think this cold has this kind of vibe, that you need a lot of rest and you need to eat a lot of sort of healthy foods. That is what it recommends. Like, it recommends a lot of healthy food. This comb is broke, so I couldn't be bothered to go upstairs and get my other combs on. This comb will just have to do. It just shows you how thick my hair is, if it can break all this in a comb. So, but yeah, I had a nice day today. It was really good, really productive. Oops, too much noise. It was really productive. More olive oil. Can't be finished. We need more olive oil up in here. But yeah, no, how is everyone trying to stay healthy? If a cold house is not going to help this cold, you need to keep your house warm, because this cold is not nice. Today I made roast chicken. I had to make roast chicken. I felt like roast chicken is a good way to have like a hearty Sunday roast meal. That's what we had. A lovely Sunday roast. That is what we had. And if tomorrow is a storm, I'm not going. I'm sorry. I'm not going out in this stormy weather. Let me just share my screen and show you the storm that's been going on in the UK. It's got some Celtic name, Storm Ewan or something like that. So I'm just going to go share it. Okay, I'm going to share it with you guys. Because I woke up and there's bits of things flying about on the street. It's like wood, leaves chucked on the floor. Storm Ewan, that's his name. God, like guys, You don't understand. It's really stormy out here. I'm going to share my screen, okay, and prove to you how stormy this place is, like UK is at the moment. There's been all sorts of
Millions of people have been urged to stay at home as Storm Eowyn is bringing potential life-threatening winds to Ireland and the UK. The Met Office has issued a rare red weather warning for Northern Ireland and the Scottish Central Belt, which means a danger to life. 4.5 million people received an emergency phone alert. Many schools and large parts of the transport network will be closed in these areas. Well, as you can see from this map, it's a giant storm where coastal areas could see winds of up to 100 miles an hour. An amber weather warning is in place for the rest of Scotland, Northern England and North Wales, with separate yellow warnings for wind and rain covering the rest of the UK. Eowyn is also battering Ireland, which has recorded wind speeds of 114 miles per hour in Galway, the fastest since records began. Here's the latest.
the wind is really strong.
With winds of over 100 miles an hour, there's only so much you can do to prepare for a storm like Eowyn. First to feel its force was the Republic of Ireland. A red warning is in place for the entire country. Here, it's being called the Storm of the Century. Next in the path of Eowyn is Northern Ireland, where alerts have already sounded on people's phones. All schools will be closed, the first time this has happened since 2017.
It's always difficult, I suppose, to make a decision to close the school, and I can understand it.
It's crazy.
Emergencies can come up at any moment to affect your day. When these things happen, my progress will take a hit, and so would my precious money.
Ireland knew it would be first in Eowyn's sights, preparations made ahead of time. But as it approached, the storm strengthened still, its surge flooding an aquarium car park in Galway. Debris scattered, terrifying by night, no less so in daytime. Just measuring these winds, a mighty task in itself. This was the strongest ever recorded storm here, winds up to 114 miles an hour. A nationwide red warning, nationwide destruction, hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses left without power. In Northern Ireland too, Eowyn made its destructive mark, hitting power lines, tearing off roofs. On the outskirts of Belfast, turning trees into wrecking machines. Mary Greer's neighbour bore the brunt, then her house too was hit.
It's just terrible. Just living in fear every time you find. You thought you would have escaped it, and then just all of a sudden, bang.
But the storm was far from blown out. Its core carrying winds of up to 100 miles an hour, heading mid-morning for the west coast of Scotland. For a large swathe of central and southwestern Scotland, and to more than 3 million people, the red warning meant danger to life. Drivers told to stay off the roads unless necessary. More than one lucky escape caught on camera today. Air travel too was hit hard. More than 1,000 flights cancelled across the UK and Ireland. This one making it into Edinburgh, if at quite an angle. But still, would-be passengers were turning up at Prestwick on the west coast, saying they had little alternative if they wanted at least to be eligible for a refund. If the flight were to take off today, would you be happy to be on it? Inside, an hours-long vigil in an empty, cold terminal as the storm howled its way through.
Lucky, lucky. Only stuff. Sailors.
That's scary.
Millions of people in Ireland and northern parts of the UK are being urged to stay at home as hurricane force winds tear into the region. Ireland was hit with wind gusts of 183 kilometers an hour overnight, the highest since the Second World War, as a winter storm spiraled in from the Atlantic. Forecasters issued a rare red weather warning, meaning danger to life for Friday across the whole island of Ireland in central and southwest Scotland.
I just it's very apocalyptic up there. It's not like one person, all this, the barriers are down and bins everywhere, broken beds. Why are you out today then? You kicked out of our hotel until 2 o'clock. Oh dear.
Yeah, something I'll do. Just go towards.
Yeah.
It was the worst storm we've seen since we moved to Galway 25 years ago. So very, very frightening to see between 2 and 4 a.m. last night. It was particularly bad. Certainly would.
So yeah, that's the storm. As you can see, it's very, very stormy. Stormy in. It's quite scary. And hopefully, the wind's still blowing. Like all plants are just blowing around. Still blowing. I hope it's not too harsh tomorrow. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for joining me.